It's impossible to talk about blockchain these days without discussing NFTs. While we do another podcast specializing in the space called The Nifty Show, from time to time we like to make sure we do the NFT space justice and bring you a quality interview for Bad Crypto. Today we're pleased to welcome Josh Frazier from Origin Protocol to the show to discuss Blau, Charlie Bit Me, and more from the rapidly growing NFT world. Let's demystify digital collectibles and decentralized marketplaces and listen to some of your voicemails on this corny episode number 535 of the Bad Crypto Podcast.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition.
Who's bad?
How perfect is it, Sir Lord Travis Wright, that we are corny to begin with our bad dad jokes, and that corn has kind of become the national vegetable for the show.
Right. So, well, that's a good start. I don't think we have an official bird yet.
No, what would it be?
I don't know. Probably a turkey or something. Is there a bird that happens to eat more corn than others?
I don't know.
Well, it's like you got to get a special flower. Well, Bad Cryptopia is a fictitious land in our brains, and
no, it's not. It's real.
It's real.
It's real, man. You're fictitious.
Well, it should be a metaverse. Like there should be a metaverse Bad Cryptopia. I guess there kind of is on the Uplift. The Uplift land.
Yeah, there is a metaverse, and it's starting to come together. And Zach is working on getting more stuff created in there. He's like, so the way the Uplift is going to work is that if people spend time in your section of the world, you earn this Upliftium token, right? So you get paid. So he's coming up with, he's like got a battle arena that he's creating, so people can actually fight in this arena and give them another reason to come to Bad Cryptopia.
Yeah, like bring your biggest and your baddest and come to Bad Cryptopia and get in the Octagon of Doom.
Octagon of Corn.
Yeah, the Octagon of Corn. We're so corny. How corny are we? Well, we'll tell you sometime.
Yeah, so corny that we've got a sponsor that isn't corny at all. Animoca Brands. These guys are blowing it up. Yatsu and his team, they do not stop. Every week I get notifications of news coming from their media team, and they do not stop and keep dropping the news. So
can't stop, won't stop.
No, whether it's F1 Delta Time or Gamey or Quid.
Or their badass Rev token.
The Rev token, which is blowing up right now from the F1 Delta Time game. They're on to something, gang. AnimocaBrands.com. Go check them out and tell them that Bad Crypto sent you. And we asked you to pick up an order of a dozen ears of corn from them.
There's not actually anybody that you can talk to. It's not like there's like an Animoca brand rep.
You don't know that. Have you ever tried?
Yeah, I'd like to tell you. How'd you come here? Well, Bad Crypto sent us. And just try out their amazing things. They do all kinds of, the Sandbox, Quid. Come on, they're all over the place.
You're all over the place.
We're actually in my place today.
Yeah, we're broadcasting to you from the Trav Villa, and we've got a great interview with Josh Frazier from Origin Protocol. So with no further ado, let's go to that. Bringing NFTs to the masses. That's what we are all about. And we're not alone in this space, as many other companies are working to do the very same thing. One of them is Origin Protocol, blockchain platform helping to decentralize marketplaces. And guess what? Bring NFTs to the masses. We have with us Josh Frazier, the co-founder of Origin Protocol. He's OP. Yeah, you know me. These guys are responsible for the record-breaking NFT sale of Charlie Bit My Finger, sold for over $760,000. They've also worked with Blau and a number of others. Josh, welcome to Bad Crypto.
Thanks for having me on. It's great to be with you, Joel, and Travis as well.
Yeah, Travis too. It's better to be with me, but it's okay to be with Travis.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, it's an okay thing. So let's do a little history here before we jump into what Origin is doing now. What brought you down the crypto and then the NFT rabbit hole?
Yeah, so Origin has been around since 2017. We originally started out with this grand vision of building a marketplace for anything, like Airbnb or Uber, but on the blockchain. And it turns out that's really, really hard. And so we've continued to pivot and try different things over the years, but really stayed in this theme of how people can actually buy and sell things using cryptocurrency. And at the end of last year, we made a concerted effort to focus on, let's build up things that are actually native to crypto, and focus. We've built this enormous community around Origin. We have all these people who love Origin and are in crypto. Let's focus on things that they're into. And so we started with two experiments. One was our own stable coin called Origin Dollar, which we can talk about later. So yield generating stable coin earns a yield while it's sitting in your wallet. And then the second thing we started experimenting with was NFTs. And so we built out an NFT auction site for one of our longtime friends, Justin Blau, and said, let's see, let's just run an experiment and see, if we have more success if we focus on selling NFTs than some of these storefronts that we've been running, and it broke everyone's expectations. We ended up selling $11.7 million worth of NFTs on our first sale. And then that got the attention of, the entire music industry. All these people say, Justin Blau, I have 10, 100 times more followers or listens on Spotify than him. Maybe I should get into NFTs too. And so since then, we've been scaling out. We've done a long list of NFT sales now with people like Jake Paul and other musical artists like Lupe Fiasco, One Republic, Ryan Tedder from One Republic, and the Charlie Bet Me NFT sale, which you mentioned as well. So it's been a long and winding journey to get to where we are today.
That's awesome. I was actually one of the, I was in the top 10 of the Blau auction until about the last couple of hours, I think, when people started to bid. And then when that last bid happened, and then all those people like pop, 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 and I got pushed down to like in the 30s or something. And then those final bids were in the millions. It was just insane. Like you had to have been watching that thing with just complete just awe of how the people were jumping in, wanted to be part of Justin's deal. And I was having conversations with Justin as well, because I connected with him on a Clubhouse, and I was like, I bid it, and I said my name was Bad Crypto. So I was like, well, we got some some good publicity there for a while till the last few people came in, and I think Whale Shark was one of the guys who was if not the final bidder, he was like in the top two. Right?
He came in second place. Yeah.
So that whole thing was an experience. You guys had learned a lot from that. And it was like, what, a 48-hour deal or something, or 72?
48-hour auction, yeah.
And then so whenever the last bid happens, what, you had to wait 10 minutes or so, like the auction got extended every 10 minutes or something?
Yeah, it was it did a 3-minute extension. So
3-minute extension.
It made it so what was really novel about this auction we've done is that we used this leaderboard format. Where in a typical auction you have one winner and everyone else goes home empty-handed, even if they're willing to have paid something. And so the kind of a novel idea with what we did with Blau is, let's have a leaderboard where you have multiple winners. In Blau's auction, he had 33 different winners in his auction, and everyone gets NFTs. But there's different tiers: gold tier, silver tier,
and you get an NFT.
Tier.
And you get an NFT. And you get an NFT.
Yeah, and I think he had mentioned that Blau had seen that leaderboard thing in like Macau in a casino or something. And he said that's how I wanted to kind of do my auction, because I guess it was like whoever paid the most for a bottle of champagne or something, and then all these people were competing against one another. And he said that would be fun to do in an auction scenario, right?
Exactly right. And so what we saw was, the winner paid $3.6 million. But notably, the second place winner also paid $3.5 million and on down the line. So very obviously very profitable for Blau, that format. But I think it was really also, we were able to create a whole experience around it. It was fun and engaging for everyone who participated. And Whale Shark came in second place, paid $3.5 million, and immediately jumped on Twitter and was like, that was the most fun experience I've had. Like, Origin have built like a super smooth platform. This is like, he was really happy and really loved the experience. So we were really proud of that and glad everyone had a really good time with it.
We're definitely seeing a proliferation of internet and web nostalgia now being sold as memes, and Charlie Bitme's kind of helped lead the way. Did you, I have to know, what was your mindset before you guys sold that? And were you surprised, shocked, stunned, otherwise blown away when it went for more than $750,000?
Yeah, it was interesting. So the family saw what we did with Blau. They reached out and they said, hey, we have this video. Don't know if you've heard of it before. And we're like, are you kidding? Like, everyone on the internet has seen this video. Like, this is one of the most watched videos of all time, 880 million views. And we said, like, let's make an NFT out of it. And as we started talking to them, one of the ideas that came up was like, what if we actually deleted the video from YouTube and let the winner of the auction be the only holder of this video? And we're like, wow, that certainly gets people's attention, because no one, videos are deleted from YouTube every day, but no one's ever had the audacity to delete a video with 880 million views before. And so that's what they did. And so, that helped us, that story helped really get the attention of media all around the world. This was covered by pretty much every major news organization around the world, like from the BBC to the New York Times to LA Times to CNN to CNBC. Like, this was to your local radio station. Like, this story went absolutely everywhere. And so we were so blown away by how much attention this story got. Everyone was talking about it. My non-tech friends who know nothing about crypto were talking about it. And so we came into it with pretty excited to see what would happen. And of course, the timing of the auction couldn't have been worse. It landed on like one of the bloodiest days in the market. And so even despite that, it was still a super exciting outcome. 3F Music has been a big collector of meme NFTs. He bought like Disaster Girl and some of these other memes that have sold as NFTs. So not too surprised he ended up being the winner, and we were super excited by how it all went as well.
That's great. So if you look at your website, it says NFTs plus DeFi, and you're bringing them to the masses. And if I look at your product page, I see a really cool infographic here with the application layer, the developer tools, the origin tokens, and then the open source protocols. So maybe for the folks who are listening who really love crypto but don't really care about NFTs, explain the whole protocol and what does it do? Because it seems like now NFTs is a thing that you do. By the way, but you also do some of this other stuff.
Yeah. So there's really a couple different things to understand. So first, we've talked about the NFTs. The second product we have is Origin Dollar, which is our own stable coin, which we launched. And if you look at interest rates across the board, they've just plummeted, right? In traditional finance, your Bank of America account gives you nothing. You're lucky if you can find something that gives you a fraction of a percent of interest or yield. But if you look at DeFi, the yields are crazy. You can easily get 20% APY or more in DeFi. It ebbs and flows with the market. Right now, the yields are single digits, but we've seen them go as high as triple digits in DeFi. It's all powered by the lending protocols like Compound and Aave, and the fees that are generated on the trading platforms like Uniswap or Curve, and then all the incentive tokens that are given away by these protocols as well, where they incentivize people with free tokens for being users of these protocols. So there's always yield that's available in DeFi, but it's just really hard for the average person to get access to it. And once you once you jump into DeFi, you find there's a lot of work involved with what we call yield farming, right? You have to stake your tokens, then you have to claim your rewards, and you have to take those rewards to an exchange. You have to sell them, then you have to take your stable coins back, reinvest them back into the yield farm again, and you have to keep repeating this process to get the compound interest and those gains. And you have to continue watching it and figuring out where the highest yields are and move stuff around constantly. And so what Origin Dollar does is it takes all of that work and it automates it and hides all of the complexity into a single coin, where you deposit stable coins into Origin Dollar, and then those get deployed into these different yield generating opportunities in DeFi, rebalances to try and find the highest yield. And then when there's rewards tokens, it automatically liquidates them, reinvests them back in the protocol. So you get that compound interest. And then the extra yield just shows up in your wallet automatically as extra units of Origin Dollar. So it's a rebasing token, which is a little bit different from most other cryptocurrencies out there. So most other cryptocurrencies, you have 100 units in your wallet, and then the price of the value of those units goes up and down with the market. With Origin Dollar, they're always worth one Origin Dollar is always worth $1. Can always be redeemed for $1 of underlying assets, but it grows in your wallet. So you'll have 100 units in your wallet today and 101 units in your wallet tomorrow. And so as it generates yield in the market, but your balance will only continue to grow. And one of the things that's cool about this is I can send you $100, and the minute it hits your wallet, it starts to grow in your wallet.
I have a question around this real quick. Let me add on to this. So I'm looking at the Origin Dollar. That's the OUSD. I'm looking at it on CoinGecko. And right now there's 19,299,029 of them. And it says there's a max supply of that. So how does that work? If more money gets poured into that, the market cap are there going to be more of those that can be generated, and that max supply is arbitrary?
Yeah, it's backed by other stable coins. So that's just telling you how many Origin Dollars are in circulation today, around 20 million, like you said. But there's no cap on that. That could be you can anyone in the world can mint more Origin Dollars. You mint it by depositing USDT, USDC, or DAI, and then you can also redeem it. So it's always redeemable. You can always sell your Origin Dollar for those underlying assets as well.
Most excellent. So let's dig into the future of NFTs a little bit. We have definitely looked towards the future, and we see a day where the marketplaces are all cross-chain. You can buy something on Ethereum and sell it on Wax. I'm assuming you see that coming as well. And if so, how soon into the future will we be saying, remember when you used to have to go buy NFTs on one marketplace chain, but you couldn't use them over here?
Yeah, I think interoperability is going to take a while to figure out. But we're getting sort of early look at some of the use cases that are coming. Because we're getting, we're in discussions with a lot of the big brands that are thinking about how to do this. And I can tell you pretty much everyone in the world is thinking about NFTs right now. Like every major company is thinking about what's their NFT angle. Pick any sort of big brand or tech platform that you use, and you can start imagining how they're going to fit some sort of digital goods or assets into that. Interoperability is going to take a while to figure out, where some people are thinking, hey, is it going to be on, is it going to happen on Ethereum? Is it going to happen on an alternate chain? We see Binance entering the space with their own marketplace for NFTs. We see Wax, like you said, NBA Top Shop guys are obviously building on Flow. So there's a lot of different people building in the space. What we're seeing is for the high end drops, right? The things like the Blau drop or Charlie Bitney collectors are still putting a premium on Ethereum NFTs. And so for those really high profile, really notable type drops, I think we're going to continue to see Ethereum be the leader for the time being. But you don't have to have the same security. Not everything needs the same security guarantees or same decentralization as Ethereum offers. And so I think we're going to see proliferation of our options that help get that price point down, where you can actually start selling things like tickets to events with NFTs. It doesn't make sense on Ethereum today because you'll spend $100 minting the NFT. Doesn't leave a whole lot of margin for the concert where you want to sell a ticket to. But if you're doing it on a Binance chain, or you're doing it on Solana, or you're doing it on Flow, suddenly that doesn't become a problem anymore. And so I think these alternate chains are really going to unlock all of these new types of use cases, which everyone's talking about and envisioning, but we haven't really seen take off yet.
So is Origin going to be sort of cross-chain? Because right now it's like you guys are built on Ethereum, right? You are an Ethereum and ERC20. You built on that, and then are you looking to do some bridges to pull some of those others in from Flow, from Solana, maybe Wax, some other stuff?
Yeah, we're looking at it right now to figure out what the best solution is. Like we're looking at trying to decide. It's something we're actively trying to figure out on, like, where is the market demand? What do the collectors want? Because we started out with these high profile drops, most of the collectors we know are biased towards Ethereum, wanting to do these high profile drops. We are very interested in the long tail and how we can bring the price point down, how we can serve the broader market. And I think that'll probably look like a combination of things. I think our vision is to give the options to the creator where they can choose what type of which chain they want to use and what's appropriate for what they want to do. And so it really comes down to the community that you're building around the NFT. And so if your community is excited to buy like Solana NFTs, then we would like to be the platform that helps power that for you. If your community is more excited about Ethereum NFTs, then we would want to do that. And so that's kind of how we're thinking about it.
Now, I don't see that Origin has its own marketplace. Am I missing it? Because when I go to Origin Protocol, I'm not spotting that. Or do you just create the marketplaces for others?
Yeah, so it's coming. So we have these storefronts where we sell NFTs for these brands. Big differentiator for Origin is we allow creators to sell their NFTs on their own websites under their own brands. So this is very different from like a Nifty Gateway or an OpenSea, where you're selling NFTs and you're just one in a sea, pun intended, of other NFTs. Here you actually get to control the whole experience. And so that's one of the biggest differentiators for Origin and what we're doing today. Where we're going is we're going to turn on a marketplace, and it's going to be sort of two versions of it. First is for the creator himself. So for Blau on his site, we'll turn on the market when that comes live. You'll have a place where you can just buy and sell Blau's NFTs, and so it'll be all of his NFTs. And this is particularly interesting for brands, right? If you're Disney and you have like all of your Disney NFTs, you want them to be in one place where everything's on brand. You don't have to worry about Playboy NFTs showing up right next to the Disney NFTs. It doesn't really work well for them. So you can have one storefront where one brand or one creator can have all of their NFTs, and then people can buy and sell. And the secondary market is very, very important to the NFT space. So there's obviously a lot of people who are speculating on the space or buying them just because they think they're going to appreciate in value. And so that's something that we certainly understand and support. The second thing that creators care about is how do we get more eyeballs? How do we get more customers for these? And so not only is there the site-specific marketplace, but we're also building out aggregated marketplace. And so that's basically going to take all of the NFTs that have been available or sold across all of these individual sites and we'll roll them up into one aggregated site where now collectors have one place to go see a whole bunch of really great and high quality NFTs. And so those are the sort of two different flavors of the marketplace that we're working on and plan to launch in the very near future.
So I'm looking here on the site as well. I see an NFT launch pad, and I want to ask about that, but I also want to ask about this because a lot of people talk about NFTs and how right now they're pretty static in the use case. There's not a lot of utility yet with the NFTs. So maybe let's talk about the NFT Launchpad, and then are there going to be some? Are you looking to integrate ways where people can utilize their NFTs in unique ways, or is it just going to be a storage and a marketplace?
Yeah, no, we're very interested in like how these can actually unlock new types of use cases that aren't available today. So the Launchpad is really kind of like our site builder tool that helps you build your own site, set up your own drop, set your calendar when you want to launch it, and actually take care of all the technical details of like actually minting the NFTs and making those, distributing those to your buyers.
What kind of fees are involved with that? Does Origin take a percentage of the sale? Is there a setup fee? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, it's all just percentage based. So we take a percentage of the fees of the revenue that's generated from that from the sale, and then we're exploring different ways of how these tokens these NFTs can actually unlock new experiences or give you access to things that haven't really been available before. We've seen some really cool examples of how people have done this, like Bassjackers, the top 100 DJ. They did one where they released some brand new music that hadn't been released before as an NFT. And then the top bidder in their auction actually got to name that song that is being released on Spotify and all these other platforms. And so the top winner got to name that song, and then they also get invited on stage at their anywhere they're playing. They can come on stage and be introduced as the person who owns the NFT for a song and actually came up with a name for it. So we're seeing people do like really creative stuff around that. We're also looking at how we can unlock access to private communities. So we've seen a good example around like Bored Apes and Bored Ape Yacht Club, how you can actually have community around these NFTs. And actually use these NFTs as access tokens to get access to gated communities, and so we're exploring some really cool stuff along that front as well.
Well, you mentioned earlier that you do have a token that helps to power the platform and the ecosystem, the OGN. What is that all about?
So Origin token is the native token for the Origin platform, and for anyone who wants to make a bet on the future of this community, OGN is the way you can do that. It's currently available on all the top exchanges like Binance and Coinbase, and it's really tight. Our goal is tied into every product we build. So for Origin Dollar, a percentage of yield that's generated by our stablecoin is actually used to buy back OGN on the open market. That's all automated. The smart contracts actually do that, all the time, where it's actually buying back the token. And as Origin Dollar is more successful, OGN should be more successful and benefit from that as well. And then on the NFT marketplace side, we've actually been doing some buybacks where we actually took 50% of the revenue from the NFT sales that we've done so far this year, and we went back and bought back OGN on the open market. And so OGN is obviously core to everything we do at Origin, and it's a great way for people who are excited about future of DeFi and for NFTs to participate in what we're building.
Perfect. Well, you guys can go check out Origin at originprotocol.com, learn all about their plan to bring NFTs and DeFi to the masses. Josh, thanks for coming on the show and sharing with us today.
Thanks for having me on.
We really need to get Blau on the show.
We do. The way that I was watching that, I was actually one of the bidders on that. I figured the thing would get really big. I had my name as Bad Crypto on the Blau auction. And man, I was there. I was number 26 right there until near the last couple minutes of the thing, and I would have gotten a cool special one. But then the big hitters came in, and I saw those bids go from the top bid go from $300,000, and then every 3 minutes they would add 3 minutes to the clock, and I think it was like an extra hour and a half or so that the auction ended up going on. That thing got up till, what was it, 11.9 million or something ridiculous like that. Like, it was crazy watching that, Joel. And like, whenever that type of auction, when that happens, like there just becomes a feeding frenzy. Like it was unlike anything I've ever seen online on an auction, and especially with NFTs and any auction ever, with that 3 minute little timer, and then boom, and then more, and then people just coming in and just, so it just reset the whole thing. It wasn't just the top bid, like everybody, and they were coming in like, well, the bottom one, the number 33 one, that's $17,000 or whatever it is. Boom, 18,000. Like, and then the thing resets. Like, it was crazy watching that thing.
You got blown out of the water.
But you know what? It said bad crypto up there for like pretty much the whole time.
Oh, wait. Does that not get any love? Blown out of the water?
Oh, Blau. Oh, nice.
You got blown out of. Thank you very much.
But yeah, we should get Justin Blau on the show. I've communicated with him a few times. His publicist said he's really busy, and I don't know. You guys are not so special. So
my mama told me. My mom said I was special.
We looked at your metrics, and you're just not blow enough. So you can go blow yourself.
We got blown off.
Totally blown off.
Well, listen, we have encouraged you guys to call the Bad Crypto Hotline, and many of you have. The number is 708-885-9030, and why don't we give a listen to a few of your voicemails now?
Hey, just leaving you guys, you knuckleheads. The pandemonium in Panama, wait, take that back. Not Panama, Puerto Rico. You guys should go over the reasons, tax implications of doing that, and what the community's like down there. But keep up the bad work,
Yeah,
guys.
there's something here in Puerto Rico, part of their legislation, to encourage business and growth on the island, especially after the devastating Hurricane Maria from a number of years ago, is what they now call Act 60. And essentially, this means you can come to the island and become a resident of Puerto Rico. So in order to encourage business here on the island and growth on the island of Puerto Rico has some legislation called Act 60. There's two parts to it. The first part of it is if you become a resident of the island, which means you have to get your driver's license here and, prove that this is your primary location. Within 2 years of establishing residency, you have to have bought a place. There's a donation you have to give to a Puerto Rican charity each year. And essentially, since there's no taxation without representation, and Puerto Rico is a commonwealth, a territory of the U.S., then you don't pay you don't pay income taxes on your capital gains for your investments, which is why a lot of crypto people are moving to Puerto Rico, because no capital gains on your sweet Bitcoin, when that takes place. The other part of Act 60 is the export services. So you set up your business here on the island, but the business you do here has to be off the island. You're creating an export service. And so what you guys are listening to right now is one of our export services for the business being set up here. Is we're serving people off the island, exporting this podcast and our content and our NFTs and other products and services that, either Travis or myself offer. And with that, your business pays a flat 4% tax rather than traditional federal business taxes. So that's why people are moving to Puerto Rico, including the two of us.
And we did have an episode on this not so long ago, right? We chatted with, didn't we do an episode on this, or did we just have a business conversation with the two guys about when we were moving?
Yeah, we did not do an episode.
We didn't.
No, but maybe we should.
Yeah, we should totally do an episode with these guys.
Okay. So thanks for the call. We appreciate that. And here is our next voicemail.
Hey, this is Zach. I just want to say, man, I really, really appreciate you guys. I do a lot of door dashing, and I listen to you guys literally nonstop over the last 14 months. And you guys are funny as hell. You keep it real, and I just really appreciate you guys. I was listening to the anniversary special tonight, and the only thing that comes to my mind offhand, and I say it all the time, and I appreciate it, Joel, it makes my girlfriend laugh all the time, is let me grab my keys, grab my phone, grab my wallet. Let me grab my keys, grab my phone, grab my wallet. Hey, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys, and I'm going to leave you guys some 5-star reviews. Thanks.
That's funny. So Adam Sandler has a song, Phone, Wallet, Keys, which made me laugh, but like, I don't know. I think it was like 2010 or 12 or so, because I remember we started, you had to have your phone. I got my first smartphone like 2007, 2008, right? Well, I had a trail before that, but it was always like, it was the Macarena. Hey, where's my phone? Where's my wallet? Where's my keys? Hey, Macarena. I got my phone, got my wallet, got my keys. Hey, Macarena. Ah, ooh. But Adam Sandler did a much better job. Like, you got to check out Phone, Wallet, Keys by Adam Sandler. Phone, wallet, keys, Gia. Phone, wallet, keys. Just those three things, please. Need my phone, wallet, keys.
So this dude's door dashing and listening to us. So that's something that we don't have in the areas of Puerto Rico that we're in. There ain't no DoorDash here. I think they might have it in San Juan, but not in Humacao and Luquillo. And so we kind of need that. So Zach, can you DoorDash me, some Torchy's tacos down here, please?
Man, you know what? It's like, here we are in Puerto Rico. And first of all, thanks for listening and being a big fan, man. We really appreciate that. We're just two dudes talking crypto, cracking jokes, and we're a little corny. And that's just the way it goes. But we thank you definitely for tuning in. I'd like to, here we are in a Hispanic community, and like, I've still not found a burrito anywhere as good as Chipotle. Not yet. I miss, you know what? And we went to a Mexican place today, but it was kind of a seafood Mexican place. But actually it wasn't even, they just had lots of different types of food. But it's like, I went to a couple places where I've had some great tacos, but I have not had an amazing burrito anywhere. I don't know where the best burrito is yet on this island. I intend to find it. Actually, I'm going to go. There's a Facebook group called Puerto Rico Expats. So if you are somebody who lives in Puerto Rico and are from America, you can be in that group. And I'm going to ask them and say, where's the best burrito in this place? Because Dado needs a burrito.
You know what we need? I saw somebody had created a Google map of their own that has all of the places of interest, whether it's stuff to go see or restaurants.
I do it from Immutable.
That's what we need. We need public access to the map with all the pins, and we can just start checking places off.
Yeah. Oh, and I messaged him, and then me and my kids went to go see a couple of those really cool waterfalls in El Yunque National Forest. Like, because this national forest here, it is the only U.S. national rainforest in all the U.S. parks and recreations. And holy shit, that road is the worst road you will ever drive on in your life. There's probably worse ones, but holy cow, because
of what?
Because so much rain. And then the rain wants to create its own river, and so it just tears up those roads. Like, they really need to go through the road system, see where the water naturally runs, and then just actually create like a little, build like a little gutter into the road, so the roads will. Oh my God, it was crazy, but we saw some amazing views. Puerto Rico is very beautiful, and I haven't even really researched it and actually explored nearly enough yet.
All right, let's see what this next voicemail is.
Hey guys, Chef Mike here. Just wanted to call in and say keep up the good work. Love the show, longtime listener. Really enjoyed your 4th anniversary episode. It was a lot of fun reliving highlights from the past episodes. Thank you guys for doing that. And I just wanted to mention that I minted an NFT, perhaps the first ever flag of the Republic of Bad Cryptopia, in honor of you guys and your 4-year anniversary, to, shout out everybody's favorite Sir Lords, the Scottish landowners. Hoping you could check that out. It's on my OpenSea collection at Bitflags, B-I-T flags, Bitflags, OpenSea. I'm just a public school teacher. I teach geography. Absolutely obsessed with flags, and consider myself an amateur vexillologist, a studier of flags. So I make creative flag NFT artwork,
and thought I'd shout at you guys with a Republic of Bad Cryptopia flag. Check it out. Let me know what you think. And thanks for the show. Really appreciate it. Glory to corn forever.
Glory to corn forever. So I went and looked it up, and we have now seen the flag, and it is hilarious.
At the beginning, didn't he say he was chef?
Chef Mike. He goes by
Chef Mike, and then he goes, I'm a teacher. So he's a teacher and a chef.
And a flagologist.
And a flagologist. a flag-bottomist. Very cool. Yeah, so this flag is a little corny.
It's super corny. We're going to put it in the show notes. You have to see it, but basically in the center of it is an ear of corn.
How many was it? He just meant one?
There's one. It's up for auction right now.
So what, you and I got to outbid each other to see who gets it?
Or somebody else in the Republic might want it. It's currently, the minimum bid is 0.03 ETH, which is about $65 as of the time of the show. I figured we were going to bid on it, but I kind of want somebody from the Republic, other than us to own it. Yeah. But you're welcome to.
I want to say, what is up, Chef Mike? How come we didn't put that on wax and we could have minted a few of them? But that's cool that we got an auction out there, so there can be one owner of it. And maybe if you are the owner of this flag, then maybe we can give you a political position. Like, we're all about nepotism here at the Republic of Bad Cryptopia. If you want to bribe us, then you can get yourself a nice position of power. Because, that's what politics is all about, right? It's like that's how it works. We need some bad crypto lobbyists. We got to get that squared away. And good stuff. Joel's over there typing away.
Do we need a national anthem? All hail Cryptopia, land of the corn.
Oh, my gosh.
If we have any musicians out there, you want to write us a national anthem?
Oh, my gosh. It's got to sound regal, too. It's got to be like the Olympics is going on right now, so take inspiration from the Olympics and, what would the Republic of Bad Cryptopia national anthem sound like? Because we're going to play it before all football games this year. I like your beginning. All hail Cryptopia.
All right, and we got one more.
When did I last eat corn?
Could swear it wasn't last night. It might have been the morn.
Joel is talking crypto and Travis is watching porn.
All hail Cryptopia. We love corn. Oh my gosh. All right, one more piece of fan mail than we
Joel
promised.
is minting NFTs. Travis is watching porn. Dude.
All right, somebody write it. We need the melody and we need the lyrics finished.
There's got to be like an orchestra sound behind it, you know, a bassoon. There's got to be a bassoon in it.
I just like to say bassoon. Bassoon.
Bassoon.
Bassoon, bassoon, bassoon.
Yes, I was calling about your car warranty. I see the bad crypto has run out.
Damn it, Travis, did you forget to renew the car warranty?
I apologize. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that was my responsibility.
That was your responsibility to renew the car warranty. What was that?
I don't know what that was. I do have a new car. I got a new car in my life. It is the Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am.
Oh yeah.
It's the 1/18th version of it. Got it on eBay.
Eastbound and down.
Love that movie.
Rolling up and trucking.
We gonna do what they say can't be done. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Where eastbound just watch old Bandit run. Now Smokey's got his ears on. Oh, never mind them brakes. Well, we got to run to make boys are thirsty in Atlanta, and there's beer in Texarkana, and we'll break it down no matter what it takes. Eastbound and down.
Let me get my washboard.
You some bitch.
Jackie Gleason.
That was so good. That role right there. That movie to me is like Jackie Gleason makes that, and he just. The shit that he says in that movie is just so funny. He reminds me so much of my grandpa, Jackie Gleason, in that movie. Like, my grandpa really funny. He was always saying funny random shit. That movie is so good. Showed that to my kids for the first time. They were like, I don't know what's the movie in the 70s. I'm like, no, you're gonna love it. I'm like, well, you guys watch Star Wars? You like Star? That's from the 70s. And they're like, oh, okay. Dude, they loved it. They were laughing their ass. They didn't get on their phones the whole time. So people teach your children well. Have them watch Smokey and the Bandit. It is available on Amazon Prime.
I mean, you got Burt Reynolds, you got Sally Field, you got Jerry Reed, and Jackie Gleason.
Such a great movie.
Well, I don't know, who's supposed to. Maybe producer Aaron is supposed to, renew the car warranty. I don't know.
Sure.
But we'd love to hear from you guys and love to do this more often. All you got to do is call us. The Bad Crypto Hotline is open 24/7. Doesn't matter where you are in the world, what time it is. You can call 708-885-9030 and leave us a voicemail about whatever you want to say, whether you got feedback, criticism, and complaints. Actually, let me give you the number to the White House. If you have any criticism or complaints, call them instead. Or you have any requests, or you have any questions, or you just want to talk about, how your favorite corn dish. We're good with that.
Mr. Bandit, I gotta say, you the goddamnedest pursuee I ever did pursue. And now that we got these pleasantries out the way, where are you, you sumbitch?
Stay bad.
Who's bad?
The Bad Crypto Podcast is a production of Bad Crypto LLC. The content of the show, the videos, and the website is provided for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes only. It's not intended to be and does not constitute financial, investment, or trading advice of any kind. You shouldn't make any decisions as to finances, investing, trading, or anything else based on this information without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional financial advisor. Please understand that the trading of Bitcoins and alternative cryptocurrencies have potential risks involved. Anyone wishing to invest in any of the currencies or tokens mentioned on this podcast should first seek their own independent professional financial advisor.